on any of the Wikipedia sites is created by people just like you, ordinary volunteers who've decided that this is a worthwhile project that they want to contribute to. We already have 16 million articles across 270 different languages. So this is an enormous global project. And every month we see around 400 million unique visitors. So 400 million people come to Wikipedia every month to learn something. So this is a really remarkable and amazing thing, particularly when you think about that it's written by volunteers. So who are these volunteers? Are they some kind of super beings? Who could write all this material? It's an amazing thing. So one of the questions is, well, why should we want to know who the Wikipedians are? It's a fair enough question. This is why. This is from Twitter, and we'll be hearing from Twitter later. Somebody said on Twitter, this is a school teacher who said, "Yesterday I asked one of my students if she knew what an encyclopedia is, and she said, is it something like Wikipedia?" So the world has changed very quickly, and for young people, of course, Wikipedia has become a really core part of life. It's part of everything that we do. And so I think it's natural to ask, who are the Wikipedians? So just to give some of the information by the numbers, Wikipedians are 87% male. That's something that we would like to change, if for no other reason than to make our get-togethers more interesting. But also, we want to diversify the community. We know that this predominantly young, average age of 26, which is pretty young, but it's older than a lot of websites, but it's still a pretty young crowd, that the 26-year-old males, with double the number of PhDs compared to the general population, they're really smart, they really know a lot, but there's certain topics that they're not as interested in, and we want to strengthen all the topics of Wikipedia. So I have a little bit of a video here just to put a human face and to let you meet some of the Wikipedians, and I think it's pretty fun to watch. Oh, this is also good in terms of who are the Wikipedians. The Wikipedians are somewhere at the intersection between, it's the people who are really intelligent, really obsessed, have a lot of free time. That's who we are. We're the ones who are writing Wikipedia. So here's the video.
No, I don't have superpowers. At all. No. You could totally do it.
I pushed the button and saved the text. Woo! It was exciting.
You just changed Wikipedia. You just added your own contribution to Wikipedia.
I read an article in The Guardian about this online encyclopedia which everybody can contribute to, and I thought, whoa, maybe I can contribute too as well.
I edited the first time and I think I got addicted to it. I don't get paid anything. I just do it for, something to do in my free time, that's it.
You may start doing it for an idea because you believe in it, but you end up with friends, you end up with lovers, you end up with wonderful discussions, you end up with new ideas, you end up with the new books you're going to write.
You're not writing the article alone. You write a piece and somebody else goes like, hey, I have more, and together you can create articles that are pages long, which you can't by yourself.
Then you have success. You always see, okay, what I've done was successful, and this is great, because editing is a great feeling every time you do it.
As I say, when I read about Wikipedia, I decided that this is maybe where I would fit in, and I did.
Great, I love that. So those are some actual Wikipedia volunteers who came to our summer conference this year. That was in Poland that we did. And we get people to come from all over the world who are Wikipedia editors to discuss the future of the project and all those kinds of things. So now I want to talk a little bit about Wikia to explain really where it fits into the whole scheme of things. So the encyclopedia was the start. And so we've got this encyclopedia where people are sharing all this knowledge. But if you think about all the possibilities of what's in the library is much, much bigger. The number of different kinds of things that people can collaborate on is enormous. So beyond Wikipedia, which is just the beginning of what I think communities are going to be able to accomplish, is Wikia. And this is my new project, and this is the thing that I'll be talking about quite a bit today. So the idea with Wikipedia is one of the core concepts of Wikipedia is the neutral point of view. So, of course, everybody has been to Wikipedia and read an entry, and of course, it's very serious and very straightforward. We give the basic facts. We try to be very clear. We try to have lots of references. And so this is a really great thing, and so we were covering all kinds of topics. But at Wikia, we're trying to move beyond that. We're trying to do something maybe not quite as serious as Wikipedia, but something that's fun, and to think about more of a magazine-style interaction. So rather than the serious encyclopedia, people are doing all kinds of fun and interesting things. So it's a place that's become a place where it's a hotspot for pop culture more than anything else, where people go wild about things that they're interested in.
Imagine your deepest
Here's a video about
passion.
Wikia.
Now, imagine it as a place you can visit. Welcome to Wikia, an online universe where people connect and collaborate around the things they love. Beneath Wikia's simple top bar, you'll find hundreds of thousands of passionate communities called wikis. From video games and hit TV shows to indie movies, recipes, and do-it-yourself guides. Chances are, you'll find your crowd within seconds. Go as deep as you want into your favorite community, or simply click the random page button to discover things you never knew existed. All of this content was created by people just like you. So don't be shy. See a typo? Click the edit button and fix it. Want to add a paragraph, photo, video, or even a whole new page? Go ahead. Your edits only make the wiki better. And at Wikia, if you can't find it, build it. Get your own free website and community up and running in under a minute. Customize it with color themes, activity streams, badges, and more. Then watch as your content and community grow. You make your wiki, but it's your friends who make it awesome. So jump right in and visit wikia.com/go to get started today.
So that's a basic introduction to Wikia, where we're really trying to build things out beyond just the encyclopedia into all of the different possibilities. And for me, it's been really interesting watching these different communities come up and begin to build really interesting things. From pop culture, video games, Twilight, which is a vampire novel series. This one's sort of interesting because this is one of the few wikis that we have that has a majority of female editors, because Twilight's very popular with the female demographic. And so that's actually exciting to us, because traditionally in the wiki world, we've had mostly male editors. Part of that is because the software has been super geeky. Well, it has been, and that cuts out not only a lot of women, but also a lot of men. It cuts out a lot of people, and it leaves us with the computer geeks, who tend to be mostly male. So we're trying to do a lot in the software to make it easier to edit. The editing environment is becoming more and more like a word processing environment. So you go, and the fonts are all there, and everything is exactly more like you would be familiar with from a traditional word processor. These communities are amazing in how obsessive and how much attention to detail they have. It's really an amazing thing. This is a screenshot of the Muppet Wiki, and the thing I love about the Muppet Wiki is that they have written 22,000 articles about the Muppets. I mean, who are these people? What are they doing? Do they have jobs? So as it turns out, one of the interesting things is that the founder of the Muppet Wiki actually works for us at Wikia. Danny, he's a really great guy. And I said to him once, this was a while ago when they had about 10,000 articles, I said to him, aren't you guys running out of things to write about with 10,000 articles about the Muppets? And he said, oh no, we're just getting started. The thing, what they're doing here is they are creating the most comprehensive resource about everything in the world from a Muppet perspective. It's really an amazing thing. So when you go into the Muppet Wiki, let's say you look up Drew Barrymore, the actress. They have a page about Drew Barrymore, and it's all about the time when she went on Sesame Street. When she was a little kid, she was a guest star on Sesame Street. They have templated articles for every single episode of Sesame Street that ever aired. They don't have them all filled in yet. There's a lot of work left to do. But they want to document for every single episode of Sesame Street that ever aired, who was the guest star, what was the letter of the day, what was discussed on the show. I mean, it's astounding that people are this passionate about one topic. And what is interesting about it is that they do it in a very social way. They've met each other, they found people who love the same thing that they love, and they build each other up and they carry each other forward. So now we're beginning, as we branch out away from our traditional roots, which was in what I always call geek culture. So Star Trek, Star Wars, things like that. We're now having things like the Recipe Wiki. So the Recipe Wiki has 43,000 entries in it. And so people come on here and they add recipes, they discuss recipes, they do different, multiple versions of every recipe. They're testing recipes and testing. And it's a really fascinating thing to watch as these communities begin to grow and flourish, and they all sort of rediscover the old social principles of a wiki. Assume good faith, be kind to each other, think about how to make the quality better. Because at Wikia, it's all about editing. Everything that we do is focused around encouraging people and allowing people to contribute, to edit, to change the website in any way that they want. And that really makes us very, very different from traditional media. The thing that's similar to traditional media is the quality that we get out of it. The communities are incredibly passionate about the quality of the work that goes into their wiki. They're really obsessed with making sure that everything is as good as it possibly can be, and they have enormous long discussions about how to make that happen. At Wikia, as we are moving towards a more of a magazine-style approach, trying to allow people to do more and different creative things other than strictly write just an encyclopedia, we've added a lot of interesting features. So for example, we have top 10 lists. You would never see a top 10 list in Wikipedia. The community doesn't write that sort of thing. They want solidly referenced material with good sources. They don't want to hear about opinions. At Wikipedia, you're not supposed to just go and write your own opinion of things, but at Wikia, people do. They'll create a top 10 list and they'll discuss it. They'll have a poll to vote on things, just for fun, for entertainment. So it's much more of a magazine like thing. One of my favorite wikis, this is a new one I just came across the other day, and it illustrates how the wiki world is now moving beyond just those 87% male geeks. This is young male geeks. I guess this guy might be geeky. I love this guy. His 80th birthday is coming up, and he decided to have a birthday party. He's a pilot, so he's having all of his pilot buddies fly into an airfield, and they're going to have a party. And he's organizing his party through a wiki. He created a wiki and said, I'm going to organize the party here, and he's invited all of his friends to come and contribute ideas for the party and so forth. I wouldn't necessarily say that a wiki is the best tool for organizing a party, but it's interesting that he is able to do that, and that's something I'm very excited about.